Call this the car age or the petrol age. There's no doubt that modern road transport has revolutionized life. And whenever one thinks of cars, one thinks of Austins. But Austins sometimes appear in less recognizable forms, as private hire taxis, for instance. In 20 cities, these Austins are now operating and each covers about 45,000 miles a year. At Southampton, the efficient SOTAX service with over 60 cars uses 1,000 gallons of petrol a week. Anywhere and everywhere finds them. Here's a SOTAX Austin bringing passengers to board the Queen Mary, and all at 8p a mile. But Austin engines are required for other duties. For instance, at these great sand pits in Midhurst, we meet one of those dragon-jawed diggers with an iron digestion biting into sand as you'd eat a sandwich. And how is all this sand transported? By a simplex locomotive built by Motor Rail Limited, Bedford, and fitted with an Austin 12-horsepower engine. This particular engine has been in use continuously for 18 months without an overhaul. It runs all day long in all weathers and never minds the load. When is a car not a car? In the Isle of Wight, they've answered the question by combining business with pleasure. For the land worker now finds protection from the elements in an old Austin 7 saloon body, and works in comfort as his tractor lurches across the fields. But what has happened to the original chassis? It has been adapted into a lightweight tractor for use in sugar beet farming. A low-ratio back axle has been fitted, and the whole outfit is an example of compactness and convenience. So this old Austin 7 finds fresh fields to conquer. And here's proof that you can train an Austin engine to do anything, even to become a train. This miniature railway runs through Chessington Zoo on a 12-inch gauge. The locomotive is fitted with the familiar Austin 10 engine. This game little power unit pulls 5 coaches carrying 60 passengers. The total weight is 7 tons, and the journey covers half a mile, as if the animals didn't make enough locomotion. Would anyone like to see the engine? Well, here it is, exactly like that in your Austin 10. Engine ingenuity of a contrasting kind is found at Lewes in this homemade tractor, built entirely by Mr. Greenwood, a Sussex farmer. He has 5 others, but declares this, fitted with an Austin 12-4 engine, is by far the best. Having started up on petrol, he switches over to paraffin. Perhaps in time it'll run on its reputation alone. It can lift 5 tons of potatoes in half a day. Here he's spinning out early crops. Compare that with this Lancing Bagnall tractor used in the industrial world. It's particularly easy to maneuver, even when hauling this heavy load. What gives it such pulling power? Again, the answer is an Austin 12 engine. A striking solution of the garage problem is to garage the car in a matchbox. Impossible, of course, but here's a match for the idea, designed by matchmakers, not the matrimonial sort, but the flame variety, who've built an Austin 7 van with special little wheels, body and controls to fit this dwarf driver. The result proving that little goes a long way when the engine is dependable. Equally interesting is the work of two brothers named Holmes, who've built and fitted a motorcycle with an Austin 7 engine. 4 cylinders, 2 wheels and 1 passenger sound quite a good formula for speedy travel. Incidentally, this motorcycle enjoys the nickname of WASP, W-A-S-P, was all spare parts. Do you get it? Hundreds of specially built Austin 7 engines are being used in ARP schemes. This neat trailer pump is one of the most efficient of ARP equipment. The engine has many special features and drives a centrifugal pump to pick up water from any depth up to 24 feet. It throws up a powerful jet 100 feet high, delivering 120 gallons a minute. The makers, James Beresford and Company Limited of Birmingham, chose the Austin 7 engine for its lightness, power and dependability. And now, while by the river, let us indulge in the luxury of motorboating in one of the beautifully streamlined craft made at Andrews Boathouses of Bourne End. These elegant boats are fitted with Austin Marine engines and are the last word in river transport. They are fitted with car controls and accommodate 7 passengers. Her Austin Tornado's 16 horsepower engine renders her capable of 14 knots. Silent, smooth, and creating a minimum of wash, she glides through the water with the poise of a swan. Observe her perfect line. The motorboat, I mean. A triumph for designer and craftsman alike. No fair weather sailor could possibly ask for more.